Welcome to day 46, the Path of the Heart Novena. And this is the joyful mysteries. And I always like to come from my perspective, which is a dance and movement perspective, when I engage with the novena and when I engage with prayers and when I engage with these reflections. So one of the things about when I'm teaching students, I use body part metaphors. And so I've been looking up the words that I've used for the heart. And when we are speaking of the joyful or joyous mysteries, the two that come to mind for me are following your heart and taking something deeply to heart, like what are your heart's desires and how do you follow your heart? So when you do a little bit of movement with your hands close to your heart about finding the resonance. And there's another word I'm liking these days, besides there's something called joy spotting. How do we spot little glimmers? What are those little glimmers that we see throughout our day that remind us of the joy that's in our heart and the path that we can take for filling our heart's desire, following our heart? So I often think there's a sort of a gesture where we might receive something into our heart. And how do we know that this is the right way to follow our heart? And the path may not have a direct forwardness to it. It has some back space, side space, up and down. So if you're connecting into the heart, so for me, often just this kind of movement gesture helps me connect into the heart, ground into my roots, and say, what is my heart's desire? How do I follow those glimmers of my heart? How do I trust my heart desires and follow the path of my heart and really follow my heart into every endeavor in my life? So as you start to bring some movement with your arms and gestures close to your heart, and you can do this sitting, and you can really ground your feet. What's emerging for you when I say follow your heart? How do you follow your heart? How do you receive those glimmers and guidance and sparks into your heart that open your heart to then follow your heart's desire? And of course, we know the path is not linear, it's circular. So it could help you to just do a little bit of circular movements about finding your heart's desire. How do you open up joyously, joyfully, with glimmering, with glimmers of how to, like in the Annunciation, receive that willingness of, yes, this is my heart's desire. How do you allow it to really land in your body and trust that this is a way to begin? And we're on that gratitude part on this day 46. How do we bring that gratitude into the joyous mysteries? of following our heart and giving birth, the nativity to that heart desire. And sometimes it's just as simple as being in here and taking a few deep breaths and learning to listen to those internal glimmers around your heart. Sometimes it takes a while to start to, take the armor off. Sometimes we can do little gestures of, loosening up that armor and softening into the heart. So just a little place to take on day 46. Gratitude for your novena and your heart's desire. Thank you.